feeling like a wardrobe change. Been there, worn that. Yes! Now that's a suit!
Hello and welcome back to another Spider-Man PlayStation 4 related video in which we discuss how Insomniac will handle suit progression in this game. Before we begin, I have to say I really appreciate Brian and Insomniac for answering so many of our questions on Twitter. Granted, they didn't answer my last question, but hey, we have to answer the same questions many times over and over. I guess some questions fall through the cracks. Although Insomniac didn't answer my last question, they did answer another question recently that inspired this video. The question was if suits would have their own levels, to which Insomniac replied no. But let's take a step back. The question I asked was, will suits have their own stat boosts like we've seen in previous games? With Insomniac's record of answering almost every question that's asked that they're allowed to answer, I initially thought they didn't answer because it was a yes, but they couldn't talk about it yet. But after reading many of the more recent questions and answers, in addition to what Insomniac has been telling us since April, I think I answered my own question. But answering my question required drawing from video game history, starting with a game from the early 2000s, Ultimate Alliance 1. In this title, each character had 4 costumes, and each had its own stat boost. For example, Spider-Man's symbiote suit came with max health, critical web, and defense, as opposed to the class suit which had reflect melee, web damage, and defense. Essentially, each suit came with preset boosts, and these boosts could be leveled up individually depending on what was most important to the player. The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 took a slightly different approach to suits and their stat boosts. In these titles, each suit had their own set of unique stat boosts, which increased in efficiency as the suit itself was leveled up. Leveling up a suit meant playing in that particular suit for an extended period of time and completing missions and side objectives while wearing it. Take the Superior Spider-Man suit for example. This suit came with additional critical hit rate, damage bonus, and critical hit damage at the shown percentages. These percentages increased as the suit itself was leveled up. Though I cannot say I dislike this system, it did require spending adequate time in a particular suit to level it up and increase its specific stats. But we know for sure this will not be included in Marvel's Spider-Man. Instead, we know that Spider-Man himself will level up, and leveling up will do things such as unlocking the opportunity to craft new suits. From another tweet, we learned that as Spider-Man's level increases, things such as health will increase, which is typical for a game of this genre. It's safe to assume things such as defense and attack strength will increase as well, depending on your level, but from this, it doesn't seem like suits will have their own individual stats either. Instead, it appears Insomniac will allow players to attach up to 3 suit mods in addition to a suit ability. We know suit abilities will give players critical advantages while in combat, and in the most recent E3 demo we saw the Web Blossom in action. But Insomniac has been extremely quiet on suit mods and what that means. Based on the information we've received recently, I believe stat boosts such as increased critical damage or health boosts, and perhaps things such as fire or electricity resistance can be added through these suit mods. This is similar to how Ultimate Alliance 2 treated modifications. Ultimate Alliance 2 took a step back from its predecessor, reducing the number of suits each character had to 2, and removing stat boosts from suits directly. In this title, you had to find medals that provided melee, power, defense, or boosts to your special abilities. These medals granted stat boosts such as increased knockback resistance, granted unlimited energy, or increasing a character's focus, allowing them to recharge their powers quicker, and many more stat boost types with varying levels of efficiency. And recalling this stat boost system made me remember that Insomniac has been stressing the idea of players being the Spider-Man that they want to be. We see an example of this by them allowing players to switch and swap suit abilities at will. Applying this same logic of allowing players to be the Spider-Man they want to be, we can say instead of needing perhaps the black suit for increased damage, players will be able to choose any suit and use suit mods to augment the suit's strengths, effectively eliminating the dogmatic ideology that players have to use predefined templates created by developers. Couple this with being able to choose our own suit abilities, gadgets, and unlocking the skills and moves we like the most, Insomniac is sure to deliver on this promise of players being the Spider-Man they want to be. So let me know what you guys think about this. Are you relieved suits will not have levels? Do you agree that suits probably won't have any stat boosts, but the suit mods will suffice in take the place of those stat boosts. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to be alerted whenever I post a new video. Always, thanks for watching, and remember to do good work for someone today. Because some old guy a long time ago said, with great power comes great responsibility. And I'm pretty sure there's a Bible scripture that basically says the same thing. Until next time, guys, peace out. We see an example of this by allowing players to switch and swap. I can't say that. We see an example of this by allowing players to switch and swap suits.